Killing Floor 3. Tripwire Interactive's third entry in their survival horror shooter, where you and up to 5 of your friends, if you have any of those, must defeat waves of bioengineered mutants known as Zeds, created by an evil corporation named Horzine. Horzine? Who is pretty much Umbrella from the Resident Evil series. This has been one of my comfort games since the first game came out in 2009. Even before that, it started out as a mod for Unreal Tournament in 2004. The second one is where it really dug its claws in me, though. The music, the gunplay, the gore, the wacky over-the-top maps and holiday-based skins. Everything about it was my cup of tea. It was a game that wasn't too hard to learn, but it still had really cool game mechanics, like the perks. The Berserker, tank with health regeneration and damage resistance that was super speedy and couldn't be grabbed by clots. Commando, the assault rifle guy that could see enemy health bars and invisible enemies, and could also extend the Z time. Support, my second favorite class because it's all about shotguns. Shotgun rain! This class could also give ammo and armor to teammates. Field Medic. The weapons kinda sucked, but they were able to fire healing darts to heal and buff teammates from across the map, while being fast and a little tanky. Demolitionist. They give you grenades and shoot grenades. Firebug, the crowd control guy and arsonist that killed all the small Zeds. Gunslinger, my favorite. The reload animations, the akimbo, the rootin' tootin' Zed killin' cowboy. Sharpshooter, hard-hitting one-shot weapons for the big boys and freeze grenades. Survivalist, jack of all trades with heavy body armor, kinda like the Mario character. SWAT, SMG guy, lots of bullets, and stun grenades. And with any of these perks, you could always be your favorite character. Killing Floor 3, on the other hand, released the game as a hero shooter, where the characters were tied to their perks. Only after a big outcry from the community, the devs reversed their decision and made it so you could play any character you want. Now everything is okay, right? Wrong! The ninja class replaced the Berserker? Where's the Kravel, the Fire Axe, the Pulverizer, the Eviscerator? Trust me, I like katanas as much as the next guy, but why did you have to get rid of the fun melee class weapons? The Commando class is just the assault rifle guy because there's no invisible enemies now? One of the main advantages the class had? The Medic is the only one who can heal you now. Why? Healing my teammates as anyone was always integral to the game. And why do I only have 3 syringes? No AA-12 for the engineer. My sweet, sweet AA-12. No gunslinger? I know they have a roadmap where it's supposed to come later, but come on, please. I just want to play my Arthur Morgan fantasy. Sharpshooter? You can stay. How did you release this with no text chat?
I hate it when things get quiet. It makes me twitchy.
No more mocking messages when you quit the game. I miss most of the guns that were in Killing Floor 2. I was always a fan of the real guns more, but they did such an awesome job with the special tech weapons and the homemade feel of the Firebug weapons. In a dev interview, they let us know how much time and effort they spent on making the weapons feel good. They animated all the weapons in high frame rates so they would feel even better and look cooler in Z time.
So for Killing Floor 2, one of the areas we wanted to focus on with our weapons was to get really amazing animations. At 30 frames per second, which is what weapons are normally animated at, our shoot animations didn't look as good as we wanted them to.
And since we have Z time, we started experimenting with animating weapons at extreme high frame rate.
So we developed the system we call high frame rate animations. What that means is typically at 30 frames per second, when you're shooting a really fast-firing weapon, you might only get a couple of frames of animation. You really can't represent nuance or smoothness with that. So with the high frame rate animations, we're animating them at over 200 frames per second. What this means is at normal speed, the weapons look really smooth and nuanced. But in Z time, in slow motion, the weapons look amazing. You can see the barrels flexing, you can see parts of the weapon wiggling.
The clip, jiggling and vibrating it very, very subtly.
It's a very cool element of the weapons in the new game.
They even hired a weapon specialist to reload in different ways once you unlocked a certain perk skill.
You've got 25 levels to rank up, and every 5 levels, you get a point that you can put in a perk skill. So an example of that would be tactical reload ability.
We didn't want to just have a reload and just generically speed it up. We wanted to actually show a person operating the weapon in a different way. So we hired a weapons expert that knows how to, many different styles of reloading a weapon.
Killing Floor 3 weapons look kind of plasticky, and most of them aren't even recognizable. I can't explain it too well. The gunplay feels really good, and the Zeds exploding look really nice, and the Z time still makes you feel so cool. But the bodies exploding and falling down somehow doesn't feel as good, as big of an impact like in Killing Floor 2. I really do like the enemy redesigns. They all look so creepy and uncircumcised. And I think they did a fantastic job with all of them. Maybe too good of a job with one in particular that I can't seem to find anywhere.
Hiding won't help you.
Even the bosses look great, but why are they just big, dumb monsters now? Where's the silly banter and the charm that Killing Floor 2 bosses had? Look at all the dialogue just for the Patriarch. The maps are alright. They're fun to explore the first few times, but nothing seems too interesting to look at. And they're all just cold, hard, gray and red environments. After you're done exploring, there isn't really incentive for you to go anywhere else besides the place where you bunkered down for the last few rounds. Actually, where are the ground pickups? The ammo boxes, and the armor, and the random guns you can sell or use in a pinch? Stuff that gets you to run around the map to look for. Killing Floor 2 also had missions where you could earn extra dosh if you completed a challenge that made the game interesting. Killing Floor 3 has missions, but once you're done, it's over. And now you just have assignments to get points towards a battle pass. I don't really mind the battle pass because Killing Floor 2 had a CSGO cosmetic system where you would have to buy keys to unlock a chest, and most of the time not get anything good. And when you did get something good, you go to the market and try to sell it for $500? I don't want you guys to think that I hate Killing Floor 3, because I don't. I'm not a game journalist. I'm just voicing my opinion because I care, and I see the potential Killing Floor 3 has. I love this game series, and it's still a fun game to play with my friends. I want this game to succeed and get as much support from the devs and the community as the last game got. The game is dying right now, but I know if it gets the care it deserves, it'll get better. Get well soon, Killing Floor 3.